Hello, and welcome to Science Research Weekly, Season 4, Episode 37. Eat electronics, not wetsuits. Get ready for direct pain relief, pollutant breakdown with biochar, shark attack resistant wetsuits, an updated time tree for fungi, edible electronics, simulating the Monty Hall problem in R, the top 40 new CRAN packages for August 2025, and the DARPA Young Faculty Award. This episode covers material from September 26th to October 2nd. Let's get started with some research articles. First up, the paper Targadine, prostaglandin, E2 receptor 2 in Schwann cells inhibits inflammatory pain but not inflammation. So non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, that includes things like ibuprofen. So those treat pain, but they come with side effects, and they actually reduce inflammation, which can slow healing, because inflammation, in the right circumstances in the body, can, keep pressure off of it, keep people from using that inflamed area to allow for healing. And so it'd be nice to be able to block pain, to deal with pain without reducing inflammation and having those other side effects. So researchers found that they actually could do this by silencing the PGE2 receptor 2 in certain cells and in certain models to be able to reduce pain without reducing inflammation. All right, next up, the geologic history of marine dissolved organic carbon from iron oxides. Researchers were able to use iron ooids. This is a type of stone, and they were able to use these to predict organic carbon in the oceans across a range of over 1.5 billion years, finding that dissolved organic carbon levels were near modern levels in the Paleoproterozoic, low in the Neoproterozoic, and then rising sharply again in the Cambrian. Moving along, we have the article Structure Performance Relationship of Biochar for Direct Degradation of Organic Pollutants. Biochar can be used to adsorb pollutants in water, and they can be put into a system with oxides to actually break down those pollutants. But it turns out, due to electron transfer, biochar actually has direct degradation capabilities all by itself. And it looks like there's performance capabilities up to 40%, and you can actually use it in several cycles and have maintained stable direct degradation. So that's really interesting in applications of biochar. Okay, moving along, there is the article DOLPHIN advances single-cell transcriptomics beyond gene level by leveraging exon and junction reads. Now, single-cell sequencing is really great, able to get information at the single-cell level, as it would suggest, but it still suffers from the lack of granularity below, counting genes, counting sort of on and off, things like that. However, DOLPHIN is this new deep learning method which can actually integrate lower level information like exon and junction read data to produce more details per cell. This increased resolution could help provide new insights into disease mechanisms and potential therapeutic targets. All right, moving along, we have effectiveness of bite-resistant materials to reduce injuries from white shark and tiger shark bites. Researchers tested actually 4 bite-resistant wetsuit materials. There's the Aqua Armor, there's Shark Stop, there's Action TXS, and Brewster material. And they actually did this with actual sharks, not with people in them, but testing them out in the wild. And they actually found improved protection versus a control. So incorporating more shark bite resistant material into the wetsuits, while it isn't perfect, can reduce damage from the rare actual attack. switching over from sea to land, and particularly plants, there's the article, Nanotechnology-Driven Coordination of Shoot Root Systems Enhances Rice Nitrogen Use Efficiency. So in short, researchers were able to spray rice with nanomaterials containing selenium, which actually improve nitrogen use efficiency and therefore reducing the need for so much nitrogen fertilizer. Shooting out into space, we have the article, Detection of Organic Compounds in Freshly Ejected Ice Grains from Enceladus's Oceans. So the Cassini spacecraft's Cosmic Dust Analyzer is able to run mass spectrometry on ice grains from plumes ejected from Saturn's moon Enceladus, and was able to actually detect various organic compounds. This suggests more complex chemistry in the interior and a potential for biologics, though that's still fairly, I would say, speculative. Next up, a time tree of fungi dated with fossils and horizontal gene transfers. Researchers were able to take 110 fungal species with 225 phylogenetic markers and construct a more accurate tree for fungi, suggesting that actually an older origin for the crown fungi at 896 million years ago to 1.4 billion years ago. So getting that tree for fungus up to date. And then our final article for today is Printed Integrated Logic Circuits Based on Tritosen-Gated Organic Transistors for Future Edible Systems. Edible electronics. Sounds like a joke, but there are real applications for such a product, like food monitoring, drug delivery, and gastrointestinal tract screening. So researchers were able to run some proof of concept work in this article, including things like the integration of an edible battery and edible logic circuits fabricated, again, all using edible materials. All right, with that, let's switch over to some research tools. We have 5 new R-bloggers posts that may be of use for you. The first 2 are from Jason Breyer. In the first one, he simulates the Monty Hall problem in R. And he actually found that after 1,000 simulations, as expected, the switching probability is 2/3 compared to about 1/3 of non-switch. His second one is a little intro on plotting distributions in R, looking at the different functions that you can use, the density function, the random number from the distribution, the area to the left of the given value, and the quantile of given values over area. Third, from Joseph Wickert, there's the August 2025 Top 40 New CRAN Packages. Some packages of note. In ecology, there is EcoDive, which provides functions to compute alpha and beta diversity metrics. Under genomics, there is Readyomics, which provides a flexible and streamlined pipeline for formatting, analyzing, and visualizing omics data. Then, under time series, there is Unfold, which implements an algorithm that reframes time series forecasting as a geometric learning program through a variety of methods. And then finally, the last 2, I think of particular note, under the visualization subheader, there's ggDiagram, which provides object-oriented functions to create diagrams with geometric objects. And then ggDicePlot, which provides ggplot2 extensions for creating dice-based visualizations. The fourth package of note, or blog post of note, is from pacha.dev/blog. Spurious correlations in R. Correlation is not causation. There's a new package put together about putting together the 15 of those famous spurious correlations. I think for the hex tile, there's Nicolas Cage, because one of the most famous spurious correlation that show that correlation does not imply causation is the number of people who drowned by falling into a pool, and the number of films Nicolas Cage appeared in. And then our fifth and final Our Bloggers post, again, a continued series from R and Every Day is a School Day on sort of bioinformatics from a non-bioinformatician. There's learning and exploring the workflow of RNA-seq analysis, a note to myself. It's a very interesting thing there. All right, a couple packages, CRAN packages that may be of interest to you. There is eDNA funds, so working with meta-barcoding data in a tidy format, and what we saw before, spurious correlations, data sets with strong and spurious correlations. And then closing out our time here, we have one potential grant from the Department of Defense through DARPA. It's the Young Faculty Award 2026, which provides high-impact funding for researchers early in their careers to develop innovative new research and enables transformative DoD capabilities. Spurious shark attacks. Thanks for joining me for Science Research Weekly. Science on.